Okay, the last tool I'm going to show you today is, oops, I'm trigger happy here. The last tool we're going to show today is the red eye tool. It's uncommon nowadays for us to take pictures that have red eyes in them because our cameras are um, pretty good at minimizing that. However, it could happen, and so just in case, let's say we have a really great photo, but obviously the person looks like they have red pupils, we would obviously want to use our red eye tool to try to eliminate some of that. So what I want us to do in this, because I couldn't find any of our previous photos that had red eye, I had to use something off the internet. It's kind of a pixelated photo, so sometimes it takes our red eye tool a little bit to get um, to fix it, the red eye, but we should be able to get the general gist of what we would need to do if we had a photo that had red eye that needed to be fixed. So once you open up the last document, F9, which is red eye, and then download it and get it in Photoshop, zoom in a little bit, not too far because, like I said, it's a really poor quality image, so it's really pixelated. So we don't need to be that zoomed in, but enough so the eyes are um, decent size and we can see those. So underneath all of our healing tools, so whether it happens to be your spot healing or your patch tool, the last tool we have is the red eye tool. So just go ahead and click on that. And then I usually just leave the two options for the red eye as is. So the pupil size at 50% and the darken amount at 50%. I usually don't change those. I just leave those as defaults. And then what you do is pretty simple. You just come out here onto the eye and you click and drag and draw a small square over the eye. And you can see this is what I'm saying because it's kind of a crappy image. You have to do it a few times, but you can see that we start to eliminate some of that red and their pupil starts to darken. Now, the difference being with this is that you are not going to be able to give a color to this person's eyes. Like if they normally have blue eyes or green eyes, their eyes are going to be black. They'll be dark. They'll look like dark brown eyes, which obviously is going to be better than them having red eyes because red eyes are not natural. So all you do is you just click and drag and do those little squares. I think because of how red these eyes actually are, you have to do it in small increments to get the black to kind of go away. If you were to do this on an actual image where those eyes aren't that bad, you could actually just do it in one fell swoop. But this time you have to do small little squares in order to get those eyes to darken. And so when you're finished, you should have, two darker eyes, which I know it still doesn't look great. Like I said, they darken the eye, it turns it blackish brown. So if you normally have blue or green eyes, you can't change that. However, it does at least eliminate the red from that picture. So, like I said, it isn't very common that we need to use that, but I thought it is important for you to at least know that if you get an image that has red eyes, don't panic. Bring it into Photoshop and see if you can do anything with the red eye tool. If you can, obviously still use the image. And if not, then we would probably want to pick something different because that would be a situation where we definitely wouldn't put a picture with bright red eyes in the yearbook. So now that we've completed all of our photo retouching, you can head over and work on your Photoshop F assignment.